Hello, welcome to A-Level Geography at Richard Challoner School. My name's Miss McDonald. First of all, why A-Level Geography? So many of our current global issues and crises and problems can be and will be in the future solved by geographers. Everything in the world, to some extent, relates to geography. Geographers are needed, and they're needed particularly to help deliver lots of the solutions to global problems. At A-Level Geography, we really teach students to foster an understanding about the world we live in, but also the issues facing the world we live in. At Richard Challoner, we study the Edexcel specification, and it is split up into 3 papers. Paper 1, which is a physical-based paper. In this paper, we look at tectonic processes and hazards, and then also looking at how we manage those impacts. We think about why some places around the world might be more vulnerable to these hazards than others. Glaciated landscapes is one of the highlights of our students' courses. It's a really interesting opportunity to investigate how ice has shaped the land, particularly in the UK. This links in really nicely as well to the field trip that we go in Year 12, where we take the students up to the Lake District. Water cycle and insecurity is one of those topics that allows students to build on their knowledge that they've learned at GCSE about key terms, key words to do with the water cycle, but then also think about how water is such a finite resource and eventually fresh water will run out. The carbon cycle and energy security unit focuses on what is happening in the world. Again, this idea that we have finite energy resources, what are the sustainable solutions? And by teaching geography at A-Level, we're enabling students to start thinking about some of the solutions to that. Paper 2 is focused on dynamic places, so this is more human geography. Globalisation, a key in the challenges and tensions in our global world. All you need to do is look into a newspaper article and you'll see straight away globalisation. Regenerating places, both at a local and national scale, thinking about how there might be successes and failures of different projects, and really getting students to evaluate why regeneration is needed. Global superpowers, this enables students to really look into and understand who are our big players in our nations, who makes the decisions globally, and how do they go about making those. Finally, my favourite topic of the whole course, and this is global health, human rights and interventions. This topic really focuses on how interventions differ globally and the impact they might have on people. The paper 3 is a synoptic-based paper and it's evaluative, so no new content is taught about this, but they're given an unfamiliar scenario of a country. So it could be, so a few years ago we had Singapore and they had to do an issues investigation around Singapore. So the country or region that they're given, they explore some of the issues building on their previous knowledge. Finally, component 4 is a non-examined part of the assessment and it is an independent investigation. It accounts for 20% of the A-Level course and is a written report. So students will find an investigative title that they're interested in. Some examples are on the screen, and they will then write an investigation. This investigation will be somewhat guided, but it will also be a level of independence. So students find this really useful, particularly if they go on to higher education, so potentially writing reports at university, or if they decide to go into a job where report writing is key. Being able to analyse data and be able to find patterns, ideas and understandings from that is so important in the world we live in today. As mentioned previously, we take the students on a residential visit to the Lake District. Here we focus on glaciation, carbon cycle and regenerating places. Pathways for geography. This, I think, is a really interesting look and insight into where geography can take you. Of the 31,636 students who studied geography, 82% went to university. And of that 82%, 18% did geography. But a wide number of other students went on to other courses and other skills. So geography really is a facilitating subject. It enables the student to be able to write well. So obviously in the case of their independent investigation, they have to be able to write a report, but they also have to analyse data. I also think it enables students to become global citizens and be aware of the world around them. So even if students take geography at A-Level but aren't planning on taking it any higher, it's a really great opportunity for them to see the world around them. I'm going to leave you with the main components of the course. So it's an Edexcel specification. So even if students haven't done this specification before, that's not a problem. The requirement grades are in the sixth form handbook. If you have any questions, hopefully these will be answered by the frequently asked questions. Thank you for listening. I look forward to teaching you geography at Richard Challoner soon.